came back to Burger King here in Buenos Aires. And during this all, I just pictured some mini croissants. Another methodic way to giving something to the population, thinking about the right producing to the people to have, and others stealing, saying that they are the authors of this, like recurrent the fever of Sodoma, Argentina, which came for so long time. These are croissants, called here medialunas. The reality of this is the croissant is a very sweet breed, which is produced in France for so long decades. Then the reality is but further croissants or not, whatever it is. Clearly, the intentional is all the same. You know, I came on designing and I have the capacity for the designing since I am a teenager. And even when I were a kid, I used to like to drawing cars and having ideas about for you to have the conceptualization. Did you ever know the Daihatsu trademark is famous? There were these minivans that when I were about 9 to 11 years old, there were around. Even the Subaru ones were the same class. So suddenly I used to thinking about the condition to having those minivans and make it large and producing a motorhome inside for my kid being. So whenever you grow, the kid minivan motorhome is not useful. Sorry. Well, at the fact of this, so since I were a kid, I used to having ideas about possibilities of cars and making drafts, drawing, some conceptualization about how will be a car at the side of my own. So I used to making some designings even at the idea of the suspension system for the transmission on the wheels of the real old Citroën, the 2CV, which are very elastic, like you come with a car and you go like this suddenly. And we're awesome because of we're so light and you moved in a very moody fields and you used to come out with 2 horsepower. We're awesome. So suddenly, thinking about the same system, I thought about inside the transmission over an angle for the wheels, front wheels could having directionalizing character, and the back hold it with the transmission inside. Understand, all in a very tubular system, and from there giving the right car capacity, and in a chassis a very mark with 2 turbos inside slim to giving the air taking duct from inside to the front side and to the back for the propulsion, and even right below for the flying. It were my teenagers, but even were kind of a genius thinking for the conceptualization how this will be. Giving the right sides at the back, the ducts for the escape of the pressure of air to directionalizing in air. So suddenly it were my teenagers and were not mind control military degenerates making me nothing. And neither now. They takes and pretends to take from me by being them hell tellers, hell demons, profan cristianitas, paganas profanas, poderosas del infierno. Sorry for the victims. Well, the reality of this, I came through my teenagers thinking I will make a career of cars or transports designing, specialized in vehicles, and even subs, 4-wheel drive. So suddenly in the middle of this all, I came with the capacity already for so large time. in the middle of this all, I am designing now, in the capacity I got, like always had before as well, helicopters, saucers, but not kind of the regular and flying saucers. We are talking about kind of a crafts. We're talking about kind of a planes or something. We're talking about certain class of other elements and elementary crafts. So even ships and even all class of ships, and I also were modeling with balsa, we call wood for modeling. So suddenly made on this class of models for a time, and I were making modelism with planes, and also which we call aliscafo, BLYTT, Benzer. So suddenly in the middle of this all, I came in this and I studied technologically a real level over what is electricity, carpentier specialized in, moldering or matricery, working with the right refractor, on boxes, with the sand, with the and also with the matricery for the like heavy industry cars, trucks, and others. I have a degree which International Criminal Court could define with specialists in the whole of the techniques areas for a mastery engineer over designing electronics, mechanics, and matricery, with implying also chemistry and some other, which this says incapable. He steals from us by making mind control. They are the ones that live on witches, evangelics, and degenerates, making Lord cave unto you, making a trade about my life and career of demons, and I make mind control to them. Our sickness of hell like no other have seen. But well, I just designed this last that I'm not gonna put here at the video, but neither at this moment to for the conflict, not for other, putting right at you to see it. It's a very craft, hybrid, has geological supporting for flying, but has a very UFO technology for whatever the places, and go even out of the geological, which will be space. Geologically, planet, atmosphere, ground, understood. So suddenly, through the space with a very pleasant pulse engine with no radiation to deliver the propulsion, and press up plasma engines at the geological. So suddenly this made an up, oh, the craft of brain, he's stolen to them. This is the one that he's stolen. Perras sucias evangelistas, Fuerzas Armadas Argentina, with the pardon of victims, making these comments and telling, we're gonna come to see the mother. This is over. He's stolen to evangelics and he steals to the nation. Have you seen? And are the character of the culture of Sodoma, which has the brain like this, having the share to saying we are gonna take opportunism upon this. It's always say because of we command, and taking stripping and saying we are the authority, we know what we do. Basura degenerada, abominable, basura maldita, zorritas, considered of authority and rights for. Forgive me the words and the violence. And the clear fact of this is a I sent to justice parties, to Israel, US governments, and also to ICC, like I regularly do, except for whenever I work with Sahab, and I gotta work for some agreement. Forgive me, Stan, please. We have a very seasons around. And suddenly the reality of this, Remot plefecha besvitri afecha lishkoat chavel fecha dishmonsu chal chavel kalacha rebel fecho atzashelecha chavel vecho atzamaklechi vishkimetzim. Then at the clear of the soul, insists in gotta see the mother for gotta taking everything, saying the Lord gave them, and forging and making up judicial, policial, and any other, and also forensics and psychiatry for the saying they are right. Spraying Crudo, Carnival, Cabrera, and Acondia, the whole brothers with the whole Cafisha, Sodoma, and every whore with them. So they're making the generations they are for with, they are Sodoma and Gomorrah. With Kirschner's officialism still on. So suddenly attacked 21,000 persons more, round, and murdered 5,204 more, and delivered to massively raped and murdered being 5 families, 2 responsibles of the RMC, United Nations Jewish Communities Council, and 84,208 more persons, telling because of offense the government and had to be arrested and processed because of attempted against the government because of what about the helping me and where about my person reelected, hearing me and saying they are doing what this one says. All right. About this day, I went to dealing with the condition of my family and destitution rates to the Ameghino hospital. I just told what just happened. I referred what it means to being a professional of the health, which no one of this ever done, and are exactly for the erect in front of me and rise me up on the world. Kirschner's medical communities. And the Cuerpo Médico Forense at the Excepturing 5 and also Hospital Ameghino. Put me up, shaft up. Put me up. Career. Because of expertises said, are expertises of the president for Christ's sakes. Any whore says the same, and I'm not telling about the victim. I'm telling about hell. Right? And I have the bodies watching just in case to come violent and come, oh, miscontrolled, psychopath. You understand? Another reality of this, watch it around because of we told you. Our expertises of the president for Christ's sakes. I'm sorry. Oh, and also I offense, and I came to rob. Gotta watch me. Behaves suspicious, and also because of his paranoid, and also because he's a junkie. Sonia Sodoma, Sonia Perra Prein Crudo Carnival Cabrera Anacondia Prostíbulos, Sonia Perra acá, Sonia Basura Oficialismo, Sonia Cuerpo Médico Forense, seguía haciendo carrera sobre mí en toda la degeneración de toda la capacidad que existo para decir que vas a tener una porción de mi vida y vas a ser Dios. Sonia Perrita. Sorry this. Gelfoch matem en blefech mahalam. A blefech halchin is sehalim. That is not a microphone, it's a toy. And here pretending we do accept that on board there is gonna be a microphone on a laptop and also there. And I stolen you technology of Plasma Engines Press Up of Air. And this is not a microphone. I am talking through. Like you to understand this, for I to keep you clear, I am not talking into a microphone. Sorry. You know, you're gonna ask me about this. This has a little more amplitude. access point, and earphones, and I made them my stereo, which is mono anyway, because of there is a unique line. There are not two flushes inside the cable. You understand? This is microphone and earphone, but there is for one. So I suddenly, it makes the right connection for the whole, and the power of the same earphones for comes but two, making a parallel delivers the stereo in only one same will be channel, which will be mono. So suddenly, he cannot do nothing like that. Come on. Works perfectly. And also the amplitude, because if I put it a nano microphone of cellular technology, which is really tiny, inside in parallel with the before already existent, because of if I will, like I said, making the putting the microphone which has another amplitude of the table telephones capsule, I had to working to making a cavity for and producing something static or prolix, so suddenly we just done easier. Alright, just to having some elements that your owner can corroborate, also like scientificism for forensics, to giving amplitude between 18.2 to 5 kilohertz until 42 hertz, with the nano one amplifying the range. It's amazing. So he can take the patterns of my voice whenever I just sing out, make a video, or simply Audacity during I am here still around isolated, robbed, and genocide making up on my backs because of they says they commence en orai. You know, in the middle of this all, insisted on making the same mold, and I am just appointed for the BLYTT in saying that they got examining me. And medical of Kirschners and pretender of government of the Argentina, except for the Ameguino under threat still, the damn hell disgusting shit, Kirschners, officialism, and that generation SODOMA, Policía Federal Argentina, Metropolitana, Armed Forces, and United Evangelics delivers into the same, saying that they knows what they do and they has rights. Pretending to giving validation to the what as fraud, as less humanity were done and still does, with 29 members more of the AMI Argentina delivered into internation, saying that they were schizophrenics and the lion, pretending to say that I have 9 octaves of vocals that I forged and they forged with me. And they liars by Cuerpo Médico Forense, telling, oh, this is Moya, this is Rudelier. They are people of them and they are true and they can show the care for them people. With much other. And ain't no Jews but them shit. And the reality of this, en Blefejua Jaljim, Cristina Fernández de Kirchner and officialism Argentina and Aníbal Fernández, malditas perras enfermas, keeps on making this class of manipulations and uses for the producing the less humanity we all suffer. With Sodoma, our expertises of the president, for Christ's sakes, and them grand whore evangelics, made them one for each other, shit, to die forever, like, Salah. Sorry. I made them fault of respect on this. But everything I got, there had to be shown with forgery, liars, and the generation opportunists. Give me the 50, give me the 10, give me the 5% of all. Stolen. With forgery, with liars, murdering people and saying, oh, it will prove them brain had right. Let's come to the mother and let's come to Graciela and the rest all, and let's taking everything because if we have right, gotta be done. Of course. And trains for the making this the generations and showing face of glad Make them feel, make them understand everything is okay, your friend. And surveil hordes of them, Kirschner's communities and sympathizers, over giving them the chance for spiritual emotional intelligence. Cualquier bruja degenerada makes the same. It's what they are. Sodoma Gomorra. Yes, the generated at Argentina are brazen trained witches that generate face of whores and degenerados to manipulate the sway. Trained for. Go and train for being a shit you are. Kirschners, Sodoma, Policía Federal, expertos degenerados. Expertos en ser degeneradas criaturas abominables. Y así mueren. Eso es lo que son. Perritas violentas, asesinas, violadores degenerados. Anda a entrenar para violar a un chico, un perro, una mujer, un hombre y decir: tienen que gustarle, tienen que quererle, y yo hago que quiere, yo hago que le guste, y lo violo y le tiene que gustar y va a morir por mí porque quiere hacerlo. Para tener poder. Perra enferma sodomita. Vos y tu maldita perra acá. فالخوات خمت بلفة خال شيخ الخنيم بلفة خمت خمت بلخة ديش كلام بالفوخوات ساخل الشيخ اليم متفخلام بالفوخوات ساخل بالشيخ البخمة خلقينيمين بلفة خيتسي في شبات خمت بلخة ديش كوا خلام. So the reality of the soul delivers into بلخة متلخة الشيخ اليم Basafet, Hocus Pocus Perra Sucia Enferma, telling they comments because of the wants. They moves power, power, power. So moves power, 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 and the moving power, power is like an endorsement for self-making, saying, oh, God is with us. And you damn hell demon makes exactly what you are. Praying Crudo Carnival Cabrera Anacondia and associated Diablos. Inhatle hatlerito maldita Sodoma con vos. Que el fojo batzame plefeja halishel rema pleja veskiba plechma and hashechalinim. And the reality of the soul. Melchama chavishkel halecha shalim. And plefoch watzachale betchima plecheshel kibo achatash patlacha rema plecha nishkelcha. So supposedly will come in front of plechma techalishechli to murdering your runners and murdering Mr. President and saying we are them. And let's talk into the mother because of his demon, because of the government and has the shit tachlachedi faces to showing solemn and saying we command and you gotta believe it, and if you don't you blow me up. And I'm sorry the terms, but it's exactly this. Damn disgusting shit. And in the middle of the soul, and some extra. Shall I say some more? Expertos degenerados patriotas de Sodoma, perras de Gomorra, and feels offensed. And things are offense because of they just take comments and they are the authority. Thanks. And I suppose being internated in jail and blow chopping any degenerate of this all around. Because of they are conscientizing mind control that I gotta like it and I gotta be because of the commands. Psicópatas degenerados. Meshelek. And it's not only with me. HTTPS www. Clear like crystal water and the bed watched what's in bottom. The reality of our days is what it's coming from now on. Reality of ADON and clear for the holies. Olive trees, the both of them, and the real people of his name. DR DXAV XDRMD DXTD F3 F9 TDL TBRMCT 1319 F4 CIS VANSA. This is VADNNZAD 1319 FT DXTD F4. Point 20 F7. Last bleed ISOC New York, last key and cleaner my side. We are at December 1st, 2014. This is 1346 Alejandro Blanco REDEIM at this Burger King at Santa Fe Avenue. The before I were one, and I'm sick of this for so long.